DDD.
Little skirt. Third episode of Cultura Ebola, and I'm already at the Brazilian Pipers headquarters in São Gonçalo to uncover this great story. Want to join me?
Welcome to another Cultura Ebola, this wonderful segment that covers both the social and football sides of the Brazilian national team's opponents in the 2026 World Cup. Check out the mess. Today everything is normal, my friends. Brazil faces Scotland in this last round of the group stage in Group C and needs a win to secure a good path through the knockout stage. This matchup hasn't happened, this mix of cultures and football hasn't happened since 1998 when Brazil won that meeting at the opening of that World Cup by 2-1. And what's really cool is that if we also look at the social side, the very next year these two countries became connected again here in Rio de Janeiro with a really great project, right, João Vidal?
First, I want to know how this project started, since you guys have been at it since 1999. Share more details about the Brazilian Piper Super Bowl project.
So, Brazil de Union Pipers started in 1999 with the idea of rescuing teenagers from our community. And the idea worked. The boys liked the idea of wearing the kilt, wearing the outfit, and playing a different instrument. I managed to bring a lot of boys into this group, and today we have grown men thanks to the bagpipes. Many of them got into college thanks to the bagpipes.
How on earth did you come up with the idea of, wow, bagpipes? Do you have any connection to a Scottish relative, or is it just admiration for the music?
No, I'm a reserve Marine, and I learned to play the bagpipes. I fell in love with the bagpipes. I learned to play the bagpipes in the Navy. And when I was about to retire, I saw those kids asking to play a little, to teach them, and I thought, wow, how many teenagers could I be working with in my city with the bagpipes? And that's where the idea came from.
And just like this wonderful project that our João Vidal just brought to you, we're also going to talk about the current project in Scotland. And for that, we have to look at the whole cycle up to the 2026 World Cup. Scotland played in the Euro Cup back in 2024 and had some hopes of being a dark horse, of being a surprise, but the truth is that it was a big disappointment. At that time, Scotland used the 3-5-2 formation under the command of Steve Clarke. Funny enough, it's the same formation they used in the 1998 World Cup when they lost to Brazil. After a poor campaign and a group stage exit, Steve Clarke made some minor changes to how Scotland played. And he brought Scotland to a very dynamic 4-2 formation, which is what we have today in the World Cup. Even though Scotland still hasn't had great matches or great performances, they beat Haiti with a timid 1-0 and then didn't do so well against Morocco. Scotland could surprise Brazil with this scheme. Shall we go to the tactics board? Look, the Scottish national team's formation changed to a 4-2, right? Steve Clarke gave up the third centre-back in the middle of the line and gained an extra midfielder. He also gains more grit in midfield. In defense, he always chose tall centre-backs like Grant Hanley and Jack Hendry, who should start in those positions. When neither is available, Sutar fills that position and maintains height. This also allows left-back Robertson, one of the team's main creators, to support the attack. When Robertson pushes forward, he usually attacks the space left by the number 10, at least in theory. That's John McGinn. McGinn, a standout player from Aston Villa, leader of Aston Villa, European champion this season. He's a player who, despite playing on the left side, always likes to cut inside. He has a very good mid-range shot, so naturally he's the kind of guy who will cut inside and create this space out wide for Robertson to attack. The main reference for the team with the ball at their feet is McTominay. He'll drop to get on the ball much more than Ferguson. So even though he plays as a number 8, he's the classic box-to-box player. He also defends, but he shows up in the box a lot to finish as well. On the right side, the one who attacks a lot is Gamelin Dope. He's a player with very strong one-on-one skills. In fact, he's the only player on this team with that characteristic. So naturally, he'll have freedom. He'll play almost on the touchline to give width and create more space here. And he'll take on Douglas Santos one-on-one. Up front, these two forwards here complement each other. T. Adams, who's a second striker, used to be faster than he is today. And he's a player who can help McTominay push forward in the build-up. The two will complement each other a lot, along with John McGinn when he moves inside. Up front, Shanklin is more of a finisher. A number 9 who stays in the box to score the goals the team needs to beat the Brazilian team, surprise Brazil, and advance to the knockout stage.
How does this Brazilian heart bathed in Scottish culture feel?
The culture is Scottish, but the heart is totally Brazilian, right? It's definitely Brazilian.
Scotland has players with different characteristics as we showed you on the board, and I think you, who's watching this video, have already noticed that I'm looking a little different, kind of a Valeska vibe, with some attitude, right? But there's an explanation. It's because today our João Vidal is going to be wearing a skirt. Now I'm single and nobody's going to hold me back. Isn't that right, João Vidal? Let me take this off, I can't stand it.
I heard you have something to ask me.
Well, the question is this: would you accept the challenge?
I enjoy a challenge, but I'm also a bit nervous.
But I would like you to play the bagpipes. Do you want to try?
Do you think I can do it? Okay.
But you have to get ready. You have to wear the kilt. And the kilt is traditional, which means nothing underneath.
Oh man, do I accept this challenge? Let's go.
Let's go then.
I'm coming, guys. I'm coming. Hold on.
Hey, did we arrive on time? Let's go. Move up and help get this man dressed.
While our Vidalindo finishes getting ready, let's also talk a little about the difficulties that both teams, Brazil and Scotland, will face in this match. Well, Brazil needs to pay a lot of attention to Scotland's aerial balls. As we mentioned, Steve Clarke has this need to have a taller defense, both to defend well and to attack this aspect very effectively. So he'll probably have a defense with an average height of about 1.87 or 1.88 meters among his center backs. And up front is Shanklin, strong in the air, supported by McTominay, who consistently goes up and causes trouble during corners. So maybe to surprise Brazil, playing on the ground won't be Scotland's main weapon, but aerial play could make the difference. But Brazil will also have their own ways, right? Especially on the left side with Vinicius Jr., who I think has been the national team's best player in the World Cup so far. As mentioned, Guenonduc is on the right side in attack. And he doesn't really have the characteristic of coming back to help with marking, as we saw, for example, in the games against Morocco and Haiti, where the right wingers always dropped back to help mark Vinicius. This means that Vinicius will have many more one-on-one situations with the right side of the Scottish team. If that doesn't happen, Scottish defensive midfielders usually drop back to double up, whether it's McTominay, Ferguson, or whoever is in that area. This will also create more space in the middle for Bruno Guimaraes and Lucas Paqueta to attack. So Brazil will also be able to exploit several weaknesses in the Scottish defense when it comes to marking. At least. At least that's what should happen on the field. Now it looks like it's going to happen. It looks like it's ready, right, Vidal?
So, are you ready for the challenge? The final, did I learn it? I have to play the Fale Mo bagpipes. I'll prove it. Whoever knows does it live. So do it live. So let's go. Let's do it. But right, quick, more.
Huh.
Who's playing this? Me? It didn't work out for me. Okay, cut.
Wonderful city, heart of my Brazil. That's it, my friends. If even the bagpipes are bringing the Brazilian rhythm, why shouldn't we join in too? It's time to support Brazil in the last match of this group stage. We'll be back, of course, during the knockout stage of the World Cup with more episodes of Cultura Ebola for you. See you next time.